Happy day, everyone. I'm Becky Tovis, and I am the Crafty Tamarita. Thank you so much for joining me. I come on live every Friday at 12 o'clock on Facebook, but I know most of you catch the replay. So thank you. Whether you're watching me live or you're watching me later on, I appreciate the fact that you're spending some of your time with me. So today I'm going to be showing you a project that I actually, sorry, I did for my last class. I had a masculine card making class, and the card is going to be, we're going to be making cards that look like men's shirt, and it's perfect for whatever masculine occasion you need. So whether it's for Father's Day, which is right around the corner, or for birthday, or congratulations, or whatever the occasion may be, you can cater the card for your needs, for whatever you want. And so I'll be giving you some tips and tricks along the way, things I've learned the hard way. And hopefully you'll discover that once you get it down pat, it's actually easy to make this card. And hopefully it'll inspire you to make the card yourself. Okay. Hi, Trine. Thanks for watching. I have to put on my eyes because I can't see the screen too clearly without it. All right. So let me go ahead and switch to my work space so that you can see what I'm working on. Okay. My computer here is a little bit delayed, so what I'm seeing on my computer is like seconds or minutes after I actually said it. Okay, so well, this is the paper that I'm going to use today, but let me show you the card that we're going to make. So this is the sample that I showed everyone for my card making class. This is an old designer series paper. It's a tropical paper, and I love it. I wish I had purchased more packs of this when this was still available. I just love it. And here are some other ones that I made. And this is using the two-tone paper. So it's thinner. In case you haven't tried working with this kind of paper, this is thinner than the regular cardstock. And I would recommend that you either use the two-tone or the designer series paper. I don't recommend you using cardstock because you need to be able to fold it and manipulate it. And so the cardstock is a little bit too thick for that. And here are some other ones that I just whipped up this morning just to make sure I remembered how to make the card. So what I do, and I recommend this for everyone, is that you make a dummy card. So get a piece of just regular printer paper, the regular thin, flimsy one, and make a dummy card of it. And I put the instructions on my dummy card so that way when I want to go back and make the card, I remember how to do it. Because just looking at the card itself, I don't remember what I'm supposed to do. So this dummy card really helps me out. So I'm just going to put that on the side because I didn't memorize all of the measurement. And let's go ahead by starting with the paper. So if you have a regular 12 by 12, you're going to need to cut it down. So the paper that you're going to be working with is 8.5 by 11. Okay, so I'm just going to get my trimmer. Let me move some of these things out of the way so there's room to work. Let me see if the top of my trimmer is showing. It is. Okay, so I'm just going to move it to the 8.5 mark, which is over here. And I'm going to rest it on the bottom of my trimmer just to make sure it's straight. That's 8.5. And then for the 11 part, instead of going all the way over there, since I know this is a 12-inch paper, I'm just going to go to the right side over here, and I'm going to cut off 1 inch. It's easier for me to do it that way. Right? And that's all the cutting that you're going to need to do. Now, if you have the regular scorer, I tend to gravitate towards that because it's more precise for me, but you can also use the trimmer. The trimmer has a scoring blade, the gray one on top, so you can use that as well. So I'm going to take my trimmer here, not my trimmer, my scorer, and I'm going to score it 1 inch on the short side. So turn your paper this way, and we're going to score it at 1 inch. Like that, okay? In between, I'm going to tell you the logic behind these things, so it helps you to understand why we're doing the things that the way we are. Okay, I'm going to move my score aside, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold it back like this. You're going to need your bone folder when you make this card, so make sure that you have it handy because you need the folds to be nice and tight. Okay, now this is going to be it's going to be a portrait card, so it's going to be the width, it's going to stand up like this, right? So you can score it over here and you can fold it, but you know what? It's a lot easier and it's less work to just fold this over, because then you can make sure that nothing is overlapping and it's a nice fit. Okay, then press it down and make sure that you take your bone folder and you make that fold nice and tight. Okay, all right, then you're going to open it back up. Let me get my trimmer. I always call it by the wrong thing. My score. Let me just look at my measurement just to make sure. This, I think, is 2 1/8, but I just want to make sure before I tell you. Yep, 2 1/8. So just hold it down like this and score it at the 2 1/8 mark. So if you have the score, these are 1/8 marks here. So I'm just going to put my line like this. Let's move this away. And I'm going to do the same thing because this is going to make the width of the card. So this is the height, this is the width. So just fold this down. Use your bone folder to make it a nice tight crease. And then you're going to take this part over here and you're going to fold it in. So that way it's nice and even. Again, use your bone folder to make it a nice tight fold. Okay. Now, do you see this crease that I have over here? So what's going to happen? Well, before I get to that, so this part over here, the one that's a 1 inch, you're going to fold it back. This is going to form the collar of the shirt, right? So you fold this one back, and then when you're all done, this part over here is going to get folded up. So the front of the card will look like this. Okay? All right. All right, and I'm going to open these things up again because I'm going to make folds, and the folds are actually going to be the sleeves of the shirt. Now, to make the folds nice and tight, I've discovered you can always fold it yourself, but the ruler to me works a lot better. So you're going to make a fold from this corner here down here to where the crease is over here. Can you see that? So that fold is going to fold from here to down here. Now, because this is thicker paper, it's the two-tone paper, so it's not as thick as cardstock, but it is thicker than designer series paper. I'm just going to take my ruler and I'm going to make it go from that corner down here. And I'm going to take this part, I'm going to move it up, not move it up, but I'm going to lift it. And then I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm just going to make the crease like that. That way, the crease is where I want it to go. If you don't make the crease at that angle, you're going to have some funny looking sleeves that won't match. So you want to make sure that you're as accurate as possible. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing for this side here. I'm going to fold it from that crease here down to that corner. So using my ruler, I'm going to put it in place like that. Okay, and once I have, sorry, the crease here. Hey, Fran, thanks for watching. Sorry, let me grab some water here. Okay, all right, so now we've got this part done, and notice when I fold it up, you see it has the sleeves here, right? Okay, now remember I told you this top part here is going to get folded back. What I do to make it easier is I measure 1 inch from this line because you're going to fold it down. Now you can always guess at it, but I don't like to do that. I want to measure it. So I'm just going to put a tick mark here just so I know how I'm going to fold it down and where it's going to go. Because imagine here, so this is 1 inch on this side. So this is the back of the collar. So when you fold it down, you want it to be at the inch mark as well. So before I start folding, I'm just going to take my bone folder and I'm just going to give it a little bit of a curl here. So that way when I fold the corners down, it'll be a lot easier. Especially because this is the two-tone one, so it's a little bit thicker. When you do this with designer series paper, you're going to discover that the folding is actually a lot easier because it's thinner paper and it's more pliable, right? This one you're going to have to like work it a little bit. So I'm just going to take this, I'm going to fold it down, and I'm going to make it go to that tick mark. You can't see, but this is, you know, this is like effort on my part because this part here is pretty thick. And once I've got that in place, I'm just going to take my bone folder and I'm going to make that nice tight crease. Then I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. I'm going to take it, I'm going to fold it to the 1 inch line, and then I'm going to crease it like that. I forgot to mention to you earlier, I've actually done this card several times with several different types of fold, but this is by far the easiest one that I found. And then when you're ready to put it together, you're just going to tuck this flap into, or tuck this piece into the flap of the collar. Okay. And once you have that down pat, you may have to take your bone folder and just manipulate the crease a little bit more. So it's going to look like that. And there's the shirt. Easy peasy, right? Okay, so if you're wondering where you're going to put the message, it's easy. So you just fold this, you know, open that back up, and you can actually make 2 panels. So this one I'm only going to do 1, but the measurement for this is 4.5 by 4. So you can put one here, and then you can, oh well, no, I didn't measure this one. So if you're going to put a panel up here, you're going to have to measure it out and put it. So I'm just going to glue it here once I stamp it. So definitely stamp it first. And I'm going to use It's Your Day. It's from the Congratulations stamp set. Did I move the stamp set? Okay, I don't know what I did with it, but it's the one that has a whole bunch of stuff on it. I really like this one. And when I put It's Your Day, it's the sentiments are all around. So it can be for anything. So really, you can use this for Father's Day, for a birthday, or you can use it for congratulations, anything that you want to use it for, right? So I'm just going to put It's a Big Day here. I didn't stamp that too well. It didn't ink too well. So let me just flip it over. Yes, that's what you do. If you make a mistake or you don't like how it turns out, flip it over and do it again. So I'm just going to press it down for a second. See, that's a much, much nicer image than what I had earlier. Okay. And now I'm going to glue it. So I'm just going to put the glue on the parts here that the white paper will touch. Okay. And I'm going to put glue here as well. It's easier to put it on the card itself than to put it here, because then you know that the glue is in the places that you need. Oh no, I did this wrong. Okay, I'm going to take this out. I put the orientation the wrong way. It's supposed to go like this. You see that? Okay, so I'm not going to glue that down. That wasn't very smart of me. Let me cut a piece real quick. I should have paid attention before I started stamping. And again, this is 4.25 by 4. So let me cut this out. 4 by 4.25. And it's going to go this way. All right. Just want to make sure because, oh, yep, I made it go this way. No, that's not going to work. So let me just re-stamp it. Technical difficulties here. And when I say technical, it's really error user error. Hold it down for a second. Ah, it's on the edges, so I pressed down too hard. Let's try this again. Okay. Well, it's not as black as I wanted it to be, but it's okay. Now, I've let this sit out a little bit too long, so I'm going to just put some fresh glue on it to make sure it sticks. Because some of that glue has already dried. There you go. And then before I put this, let me just erase the tick mark that I used because I could see it. And then up it goes, and then all I need to do now is put the buttons. And you can use whatever button you want. Okay, what do I have here? Okay, I have, these are old. It's the closest ones, I'm just going to use it. This was called Clear Faceted Gems. And I want to grab, let me use the medium-sized ones. Remember the rule about using embellishments, right? Try to keep it to an odd number. So if you place this correctly, you can fit 5 in here. 3, 4, and then 1 more. Aesthetically, it just looks better when you keep it to an odd number. And there, that card is done. See? Super duper easy, right? Wouldn't you agree? So now that you guys have the video, because I told my the people who came to my class that I'm going to do a video and I'll walk them through how to make the card. Okay. All right. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Also, as a quick word for tomorrow. Tomorrow is our catalog open house. We are featuring the new annual catalog, and there is still some room. We have 2 sessions, but there's still some room in the afternoon session. So if you would like to join me, that session goes from 2 to 4:30. It's going to be at the Sinhanya Mayor's office. Let me know by today whether or not you can attend, and hopefully you'll be able to join us. We're going to have such a great time making cards, making projects, winning prizes. And when I say winning, I mean we're giving away the prizes and you are going to win it. And also some great food. And of course, the company. It's always great to get together with other people and craft with a community of people who love stamping. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I'll see you next week. Bye.